Are you serious? Are you serious? Planet X? Are you sure it's not a lens flare? Or are we looking at something else? Well, I've got this. It was sent to me by an individual who works for one of the. It was sent to me by a pretty reliable source from an individual who sent me some other stuff over the years that has been very reliable. They work for one of the alphabet soup agencies here in the government, and I want to show you this information. It's quite interesting. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. We'll talk about it. Is this a possible Planet X sighting in Dubai? Let me put a shout out right now for www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. You know, when you start thinking about where's the best place probably to invest, you'd be stunned to know what we're finding out. And then again, maybe it won't be. Okay. But here's some information we just got. Wait a minute. Oh. What's this? Wait a minute. Okay. So, oh, okay. Okay, for some reason, though, I can't find I don't see what I'm supposed to do. I'm so sorry, guys. $2,000. That's what, I'm sorry. I got distracted because I got 3 emails there about something totally different. But $2,000, that's where gold is headed. The growth will continue throughout 2023 with gold prices remaining elevated at an average price of $2,086 an ounce. All this according to Bank of America. And it looks like they're right. At the beginning of December, gold crossed the $1,800 an ounce and still climbing. If this year has taught us anything, it's that tangible assets are the only assets you can count on, like gold. It's time to open a gold IRA. Crypto keeps on tanking. Stocks are too volatile. Gold in your IRA is steady. So what are you waiting for? It's not too late. Thousands of people have retired comfortably with the help of Noble Gold Investments and their gold and silver IRAs. If you have been a hesitant investor, but one of the handful of Americans who can go for the gold and silver in your IRA, now's the time to act. And if you get in before, if you set up a gold or silver IRA, noblegoldinvestment.com will give you 1/4 of an ounce of the gold American Eagle coin, 1/4 of an ounce of gold American Eagle coin for every gold or silver IRA worth $50,000 or more. You can pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347, and tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you there. All right. So here's what's going on. We have this incredible information for us about this, well, I don't know what you want to say. The picture is quite fascinating, but could it be a lens flare? Could it be a lens flare? Now, the reason I'm even going to show it, because we get lots, and I mean lots, of Planet X, possible Planet X, Nibiru type pictures sent to us every day. Every day we get 2 or 3 a day. I rarely show any of them. The only reason I'm going to show this one, 2 reasons. One, the source that sent it to me works for one of the alphabet soup agencies of the federal government and has sent us other information in the past that has always panned out correctly. So that immediately makes me stop and take a look at this. And the second reason is the location of where this item in proximity to the sun was spotted. It was also just at sunset, just at sunset over Dubai. Now, and based on our last webinar we did, which was incoming Planet X and incoming asteroids, we know that the special infrared picture that was taken and was by a anonymous insider in the Pentagon who gave this to Marshall Masters. He showed it in our webinar. You have to get the webinar and watch it, and you'll see this unbelievable photo. Shows what looks like Planet X just to the left, upper left-hand corner of the sun, or about the 11 o'clock, about 10, 11 o'clock of the sun. It shows this planet and shows its 5 moons that are circling it, although they believe there's 7 moons, but in the infrared picture, you can see clearly 5. One, which is the furthest away from Planet X, or Nemesis, it's sometimes known as Nemesis, is what's believed to be Nibiru. That's the moon that's furthest from Planet X, which would be the planet will become the closest to us when Planet X goes by. It would be that furthest moon from Planet X, which is Nibiru. Now, that picture showed, okay, you can see the sun over here. And this is a close-up I'm showing you here. I'm going to show you the actual video here so you can look. Here's the sun. Here's this object. It's pretty big is the thing. It makes me think it could be a lens flare. But I am not an expert, okay? But it is in the right location. It is in the right location at about the 10, 11 o'clock to the left-hand side there of the sun, which is where it's located in the infrared picture that was taken, and which was among the insiders in the Pentagon that some white hat let sneak out and got it to Marshall Masters, and he shows it in our webinar, which is a phenomenal picture. And those of you who watch the webinar, you know that. And you can still get a ticket to that webinar and watch it. Just go to my website and purchase the ticket, and you can watch it this afternoon. Or you can buy the DVD and get it, and we'll ship it to you. You'll get the entire DVD set, and you can keep it for yourselves and watch, and then keep it for your library. What I want to do right now is take you to, and I got to hit share screen, so give me 1 second here. I got to present. I got to share the screen. I got to pull that up. Boom. Boom. There. Matter of fact, let's just get this let's go to it now. Okay. There it is. Now this is actual video taken over Dubai at sunset. And you can see the person zooms in with their camera, and they can see there's a second, almost like twin suns, like a second sun, just to the left, about the 10, 11 o'clock of the sun. Now here's the thing about this. Marshall Masters said in our webinar that the only time that they can spot this planet is just at sunset or at sunrise. And there's only about a 10-minute period at this thing, and it's not everywhere in the world they can get it. You just got to be at the right place, the right time. This looks too big to me. I mean, but what do I know? Maybe it's supposed to look this big. Maybe because it's getting closer, it's going to get larger. But because of the proximity of the sun's too bright when it's up in the sky in the middle of the day, what have you. When it gets down low toward the horizon of the earth at sunset or at sunrise, that's when there's potential opportunity for just a few moments to possibly spot what could be Planet X. Question is this a lens flare? But we know even when it's way back, you can see there's two, and then you can see they take their camera and they zoom in on it. Now this was again sent to us by an individual who works for one of the Alphabet Soup. Now I'm not saying this is Planet X, because to be honest with you, I'm not convinced. It is in the right location from where Marshall Masters showed us that picture which was an infrared picture, and it was way more clear than this. This shows you a second object, but Marshall Masters takes you right past the sun, zeroes in on the object, and even shows you 5 moons circling the object, which is incredible. So, but could this be? Yes. Is it a lens flare? Yeah, could very well be. Personally, I think it's a lens flare, but I'm not an expert in cameras and lens flares. You know, I'm just not. So I don't, now I can see a lens flare. If you look, watch this camera when it goes in, look below the sun, you're going to see a lens flare move it. See it there, moving around below the sun? Now that's a lens flare moving around. That still could be a lens flare, but the problem is, even when he pulls way back, this thing is still visible. Check this out. When this person pulls way, way back, even there, you can barely see it, even there. From the naked eye, that's what it had been looking like. Zoomed in, it looks a little different. Still, I wouldn't even show this to you if it weren't the fact that the individual who sent this and said, you need to look at this. And it's not the person who's showing it on Twitter, okay? The person who sent it to me is not the person on Twitter. The person sent it to me works inside the federal government in one of the ABC alphabet soup agencies, who said, this individual, whoever this person is, who took this video, has taken something that's legit, and you need to look at this. It's not the guy even on the Twitter account. He's just posting what was seen. And it's not the person who sent it to us. They're not the person on the Twitter account. So, you know, don't try to put it all together and go after this guy and say, you know, I hear you work for one of the government agencies, because this guy don't, who's showing it on Twitter. And he's not even the guy who used the camera. So, but the point is, the government insider is saying, Pastor, look at this. This could very well be legit. This is very possibly legit. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. All I know is we're gonna hear more and more and more about Planet X, Nibiru, and as it gets closer, and as sugar continues to snore, we're going to hear more about this. Guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm getting ready to go tape a show with my good buddy Bishop Larry Ragland. He has a show called The Big Picture, and we're going to record it right now, and it will air today, I think at around 2 p.m. or 2:30 this afternoon, somewhere in there, over on his YouTube channel called LarryRagland.tv or Larry Ragland, The Big Picture. You'll be able to see the interview he has with me, and that's around 2 o'clock or 2:30 this afternoon on his YouTube channel called The Big Picture with Larry Ragland, okay? I will be live at 12 noon with all of you with an update on everything that's going on around the world. And there's a lot going on, and so we'll be talking about all of it. I mean, between the Pope's funeral that's coming up, the Damar Hamlin's condition in the football game last night as he went into cardiac arrest right on the field, to the Republican Party is falling apart right before our very eyes when they have an opportunity to seize control of the Senate, of the House of Representatives. They can't agree. Just like the swamp creatures are everywhere. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys about a lot of other things too. The world's tallest man has just been located. He's the height of Goliath. He's 9'6". He's a foot taller than any man in the world's book of world records ever had recorded. The guy's 9'6". He's the size of the giant Goliath. They found this guy. I got a picture of him. Anyway, we're going to share a lot of stuff with you. I'll be back with a whole lot more. Middle East, everything going on. We're in the last days. I'll see you guys. 12 noon Eastern on the coming apocalypse.